Hey guys, MutantCowboy here. Before I start this video, I just want to let you know, if you are having problems with builds or you are having problems with, gear brands or, whatever it is, tell me, let me know, talk to me in the comment section below because I can help you guys, figure some of this stuff out. Right? I don't have all the answers. I don't have all this stuff 100% tested, but I've done a lot of that stuff. If you are having these problems with builds, if you are having these failures that I'm about to discuss, reach out for assistance. Just let people know that, hey, I'm trying to build this and it's just not working. Do something, make your builds better, and you will have more fun in the game. In this Division 2 Warlords of New York video, I just want to talk about some trends that I've been seeing in PvP. Now, I haven't been the most active in PvP up until, probably about the last week or so. But I've been curious as to what other people are using, and I've actually kind of been creeping on some people, I guess just looking at, their builds before the matches and everything in skirmish. And I talked about this in another video, but it's baffling to me. Why do people keep doing this? I'm seeing people using one-piece gear sets or two-piece gear sets, and holy goodness. I've seen people using three-piece gear sets, but not the three-piece bonuses. I'm talking about one piece of Striker, one piece of Negotiator's Dilemma, and a piece of True Patriots. And I literally just, face-palmed. I just couldn't believe, I'm like, what is this? And you see these terrible builds. And then you see something like the Bighorn on this build. It angers me because there's the fact that I know you can't build and you need help. But then the fact that you basically just stole the one achievement, you basically stole the one reward from Legendary with this terrible, build of yours, and it makes me feel bad for the game. It really does make me feel bad for the game. But, obviously there's nothing on my end that I can do about, people cheesing the content and getting these rewards, right? There's nothing I can do about that. But hopefully I can improve the actual player's ability to craft a usable build. If you happen to see this video and you take nothing from it except one thing, I hope you understand that your build matters. What you actually invest into matters. If you are getting rid of stats just because you want a max armor roll or because you want that max weapon damage roll, you are killing your build. Okay? A DPS build, if you want max DPS, depends on having a combination of weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and headshot damage. And then that combines with all of your brand set bonuses to give you the highest amount of damage you can possibly get. If you are making a DPS build and you are ignoring pretty much every red stat, your build is going to suffer and you are going to be terrible in PvP. I mean, you're going to be pretty bad in PvE as well, but that's just a different game. You can't choose brand sets that make absolutely no sense because you want one max roll on it. Now look, I understand that, sometimes it's not always up to you, sometimes it's up to RNG, but when you get up to, shade level like 200 or 300, there is really no excuse for why you're still using garbage gear. I can see where the cheese happened, okay? I can see that you cheesed it all and basically you still don't even know what you're doing. But again, there's nothing I can do about that. Only thing I can do is maybe try to correct your terribleness. That sounds wrong. That sounds bad. But at this point in time, I think you deserve it. If you are one of these people who cheesed everything and you still don't even know what you're doing in the game, and now everything seems super difficult to you because you never really actually gained any knowledge from playing the game, that's all your fault. And I don't feel any pity for you. But at the same time, I hate destroying people in PvP and then looking at their builds and just feeling bad for them. It's like, I see you've got the best exotics in the game. You obviously cheesed something, and yet you still don't even know what you're doing. It literally makes me feel, it makes me feel guilty for destroying a noob. And I don't want to play like that. I don't want to win like that, right? So please, pay attention to your brand sets. Pay attention to your gear sets. Pay attention to your stats. The devs made it excruciatingly painful for players like me who actually like the challenge of building to bring this incredibly easy and stupid design to the game. They basically ruined a lot of build diversity, and they basically destroyed many stats just to make this easier for people to understand. And yet there's still so many people out there who can't even grasp this very basic and very boring design system. It makes me sick. Guys, get your heads out of your butts. Figure out how to build. Figure out what sets, what brands, what stats, what talents go together and make a better build. Stop throwing things on there because you got it doing something that you shouldn't have been able to do. Stop throwing things on there just because you see one god roll and think that it's going to be the best piece of gear. Now, you could be a really great player and have no problems. That's fine. But the odds are, if you don't know how to build, you're probably not a great player. The odds are, if you don't know how to build, you're probably on the floor. All right, that's all I wanted to say. Just vent out some frustration with seeing people's builds. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.